What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman. You know, it's kind of crazy to think how fast this year went by, and in just a couple of short months, we're going to get the official release of WandaVision. A lot of people think, myself included, that with that release, we're also going to get the official trailer for Falcon and the Winter Soldier, even maybe circling the date December 10th on the calendar. That's the official next Investors Day meeting as a likely opportunity sometime around there in proximity to release that and get investors and fans hype alike. Well, we got two huge reveals yesterday, one from official merchandise, another from a writer in an interview talking about the villains and the antagonists of the show. We're going to go ahead and issue a light spoiler warning, talk about what was revealed, and of course try to contextualize it with what we already know about the upcoming Falcon and the Winter Soldier. But first, if you could grab the subscribe button, we're still giving away this insane 1/4 scale Beta Ray Bill, as well as our third and final Infinity Saga box set. All you have to do to be entered to win, hit the subscribe button, then hit the notification bell, leave a like and a comment on this video, and make sure to check yesterday's video for the two winners of the 700,000 PlayStation 4 Pros. Now quickly, we don't issue a spoiler warning before every video, but this one may have some huge reveals and rather the implications of the reveal. So if there's any chance that this is going to ruin your Falcon and Winter Soldier, Disney Plus, or Marvel Phase 4 experience, you might want to back out now. Now, the first reveal that we got officially came via some merchandise that finally hit shelves, where we found out that John Walker would indeed be called Captain America in the show. We've already pointed to that with a lot of theories that the government themselves are going to want to install their own propaganda Captain America and not going to recognize Falcon given all of his backstory. And even Anthony Mackie himself has said that he's not going to start off Captain America, that he's going to have to earn the shield. This in and of itself, not a huge spoiler, but just confirming John Walker will eventually be given the title of Captain America during the show. Now, it's the next set of reveals coming from an official writer on the show that generated a lot more buzz and headlines yesterday, as reported by Empire, according to writer Derek Kolstad, quote, who spoke on the latest episode of the Script Apart podcast about his original screenplay for John Wick. There, he teased a little of what's in store for the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, including the fact that some familiar faces from long ago in the MCU will make appearances. What I will say is that there are characters from the earliest Marvel movies that are coming back, Kolstad said. We're layering them in and reinventing them in a way that's going to shift the storytelling structure. It's effing awesome. Kolstad goes on to say, quote, I'm very proud of and honored by what it became to be. Here's what I'll say. Growing up, everybody would give someone like Robin some but Robin's pretty badass and became pretty badass in the comics. We're taking a secondary character and putting them in a primary role, and as a result, they're way cooler. They're more interesting. There's more humanity, more longing, more suffering, and coming to grips with who and what they are. Again, that is exactly mirrored by Anthony Mackie's sentiment about what this series should be, that he won't start off Captain America, that he's going to have to earn the shield, so to speak, before he can inherit the title Captain America. Now, the idea that they'd be returning heroes and villains alike from the earliest part of Marvel Phase 4 was something we've talked about in both official reports and anonymous 4chan leaks. I know you guys love those here at the channel over the last couple of weeks. Set photos confirming Winter Soldier's Batroc the Leaper, and even Daniel Bruhl's Baron Zemo, who got a full backstory during Civil War, but not a full explainer to his narrative, and definitely not a finisher. Even some rumors that he'd be teaming up with Sam Wilson and Bucky somewhere along the way. But as I said, the implication of this reveal is rather huge, because when you think about the earliest parts of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, especially Phase 1 and Phase 2, most of the names that only had one or two scenes or that didn't go anywhere are villains, and there are a ton of them that fans have been rather vocal about wanting to return in the future of the MCU. A ton asking for the future of Red Skull now that he's been cleared from Vormir and no longer has to guide people to the Soul Stone, although the idea that Captain America returned the stone, maybe he's still there, or someone like the Leader who was teased at the end of the Hulk, we've never seen again. Speaking of the Hulk, maybe Abomination, and quite possibly even Justin Hammer, depending on which storyline they decide to go with in the future of the MCU. But incidentally enough, all of those characters revolve around one specific character in Thunderbolt Ross, who still has yet to turn into the Red Hulk. And if all the theories are correct, and again, one of my earliest videos here at the channel, in between Infinity War and Avengers Endgame, was explaining that Marvel kept him around, that's Thunderbolt Ross, gave him dialogue in movies like Infinity War. He maybe had more lines than Sam Wilson, and they weren't going to do that if they weren't eventually planning on turning him into the Red Hulk. That's going to happen at some point. We've heard rumors about the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. There's a likely possibility, though, some of these other villains who all tied to that earlier part of the MCU, to the Hulk, to Thunderbolt Ross, even more specifically to Iron Man, see dead but not gone, still hanging over the storyline for the MCU. There's going to be real opportunity for them to be inserted back in the storyline, because you think about the part of the government and where they operated, what their storylines revolved around. Well, post-Avengers Endgame, with the snap and the blip, the world is going to be in complete chaos. I know that we saw Spider-Man Far From Home very shortly after Avengers Endgame would have taken place, and I didn't want to go ahead and burst the suspension bubble by saying, hey, isn't it a little awkward? Everybody just showed back up and they're going on a vacation. Again, part of suspending disbelief, didn't want to question that hole in the narrative, but for me, honestly, that was the biggest hole in the whole movie. There's no way that everybody was coming back and that everything was going to be stable and good enough all of a sudden for people to go on school vacation abroad. Either way, this show promises to sort of address the snap and the blip, how lives have changed, and how that seriously impacts the structure of power in the world on a much more serious level. And we're going to see Sam inserted in the middle of this. If you didn't see yesterday's video, not just for the giveaways, but the entire Shang-Chi quote-unquote tournament bracket that's been leaked, including characters from the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, as well as other far-reaching parts of the MCU, I highly suggest you watch it, because it implies what they're doing in this earlier phase is something that they couldn't have hoped for in the Infinity Saga. Remember when they were doing Iron Man 1, Iron Man 2, trying to just get to Avengers, trying to get to Avengers 2. As time went on, they became more and more comfortable. Going into this fourth phase, it seems as though Marvel Studios were able to take a step back and make it even more connected than it's been before, and part of that is bringing back the old characters whose narratives didn't quite get enough play in an interesting way, and that's what the writer is saying for this show, which leads us to believe it's going to be super in-depth and super exciting on a level that perhaps WandaVision will be a little bit different, a little more insular, focused on those characters and a broader narrative leading to Doctor Strange. Falcon and the Winter Soldier may be that huge comic crossover MCU event that we're looking for in lieu of not having an Avengers 5 coming anytime soon, and especially considering that some of these characters held over directly from Avengers Civil War. Guys, let me know all your thoughts down below. Which characters do you want to see from the earlier part of Marvel Phase 1? I'm guessing the leader for a lot of you. I've read the comments here at the channel over the last couple of years. How hype are you for Red Hulk, and how many episodes do you think it takes before the Falcon and the Winter Soldier reveal Red Hulk? I'm totally curious. I'm guessing about 4 before Thaddeus Ross is full-on Red Hulk breathing fire. Let me know all your thoughts down below, and quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. We're still giving away this insane 1/4 scale Beta Ray Bill. XM Studios released this a couple of years back. We're giving this away at 750,000 subscribers, as well as our third and final Infinity Saga box set that we'll give away during December, the holiday season, regardless of the subscriber count. It's just going to be given away at the end of the year. If you want to be entered to win, all you have to do is hit the subscribe button, then hit the notification bell with notifications turned on to keep up with the channel, leave a like and a comment on this video, and that'll automatically enter you to win all the rest of the prizes we give away here, like the PlayStations we gave away yesterday. Again, if you missed that announcement, check back to Shang-Chi's video again from yesterday. They're announced at the end. My name's Michael Roman. This is Everything Always, guys. Thanks so much for checking the channel. If you want to connect with me on another level, I stream 4 or 5 nights a week on Twitch. That's twitch.tv/Novellin. We play a lot of World of Warcraft and other spell-adjacent games, and you can follow me on Spotify at Allfires for original music, or if you want to follow me on Instagram, it's at IamFires. Thanks so much, guys. I'll see you again real soon.